Regression is a statistical technique used to analyze the relationship between one or more independent variables, also known as predictors or explanatory variables, and a dependent variable, also known as the response variable. The goal of regression is to develop a mathematical model that can predict the values of the dependent variable based on the values of the independent variables. There are several types of regression techniques, including linear regression. A linear regression model assumes that the relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variable is linear. In other words, it assumes that the change in the dependent variable is proportional to the change in the independent variables. Multiple regression. Multiple regression is used when there are two or more independent variables that may be influencing the dependent variable. In this case, the regression model includes all of the independent variables to explain the variance in the dependent variable. Logistic regression. Logistic regression is used when the dependent variable is categorical, binary or multi-class. It estimates the probability of the occurrence of an event by fitting data to a logistic function. Polynomial regression. Polynomial regression is used when the relationship between the independent and dependent variables is not linear, but can be modeled as a polynomial function. Ridge regression. Ridge regression is a technique used when there is multicollinearity, high correlation, among the independent variables. It adds a penalty term to the regression equation to reduce the impact of multicollinearity. Lasso regression. Lasso regression is similar to ridge regression, but it adds a penalty term that shrinks some of the regression coefficients to zero. This technique is useful for variable selection when there are many independent variables in the model. Elastic net regression. Elastic net regression is a combination of ridge and lasso regression. It combines the strengths of both techniques to handle multicollinearity and variable selection. These are some of the most common regression techniques used in data analysis and machine learning. The choice of the regression technique depends on the nature of the data and the research question being investigated. For more knowledge, like, share and subscribe. AS Machine Learning Hub.